Good morning, everyone. This is Gabby Sanasarata, a freshman student taking a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture at Visayas State University. So today we'll be tackling all about the greenhouse effect and what causes greenhouse effect. So before we proceed to our discussion proper, to all our viewers out there, do you have any idea what greenhouse effect is or what causes greenhouse effect? Okay, what are greenhouse gases? Greenhouse gases, any gases that causes the greenhouse effect. So meaning greenhouse gases cause greenhouse effects, namely methane, water vapor, carbon dioxide, and nitrous oxide. Okay, let's take for example a car in a cool but a sunny day in relation to the greenhouse effect. A greenhouse or car is generally warmer than the air outside because sunlight and heat pass through the glass into the car, but heat is then trapped in the car, making it warmer. And as the heat can't get back out through the windscreen, then the car becomes hot. In scientific terms, this picture shows the sunlight enters our atmosphere. Some rays don't penetrate and are already lost to space. Some of the heat from the sun is absorbed by our planet, but much of it is reflected back. Most of that heat should pass through the atmosphere back into space. However, greenhouse gases trap the heat and keep it in our atmosphere. Global climate change. What is it? Okay. Global climate change is identifiable change in the climate of Earth as a whole that lasts for an extended period of time, either a decades or longer. When due to natural processes, it is usually referred to as global climate variability, usually refers to changes forced by human activities that change the atmosphere. Overall caused by changes in the atmosphere, there are two major possibilities. First is the natural processes. Volcanoes releases gases and particles into the air. Next is the plate tectonic changes, changing the location of landmass. Land masses on Earth affect wind and current patterns which create climate patterns. Solar changes, the sun can become hotter or cooler over time as it ages. Orbit changes, Earth's orbit does occasionally change, but it happens very slowly, over tens to hundreds of thousands of years. Then next is the human activities. Any activities that release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere includes burning of fossil fuels, burning forests or grasslands, industrial activities, and agriculture. Okay, global climate change. What's going to happen? Well, as of today, there is no way to know 100% what will happen due to the global climate change. We can use computer simulation as well as evidence of changes already occurring to make conclusions about probable future effects. Global climate change possible future effect. It is very likely that warming and sea level rise will continue and will very likely be larger than those already seen. Even if greenhouse gases are stabilized, warming and rising sea levels may continue to occur for centuries. We started rolling a really big ball downhill. It will take a while for it to stop now, even if we're not pushing it anymore. Some effects of warming, such as loss of glaciers, may be permanent. They're not to say that more glaciers can form, but with the uneven distribution of warming on our planet, some areas will most likely have their climates altered for the foreseeable future within many generations of human life. Okay. These are model projections of what happens to ecosystems with greater increased temperatures and sea levels. Only effects seen with 1 to 2 degrees Celsius temperature rise and sea level rising their current rate are included. So climate change affects ecosystems. So many coral systems will collapse due to bleaching or coral death. Wildfires will increase heat and decrease precipitation in some areas. And up to 30% of species will be at increased risk of extinction due to climate change in their ecosystems. Also, global climate change affects temperature as it becomes hotter. Nearly all land areas are seeing more hot days and east. Higher temperature increase heat-related illnesses and can make it more difficult to work and move around. Wildfires start more easily and spread more rapidly when conditions are hotter. Possible future effects of global climate change includes more severe storms. It changes in temperature cause changes in rainfall. It also results in more severe and frequent storms, and they cause flooding and landslides, destroying homes and communities and costing billions of pounds. Increased drought is one of the negative effects caused by global climate change. Water is becoming scarcer in more regions. Drought can steer destructive sand and dust storms that can move billions of tons of sand across continents. Deserts are expanding, reducing lands for growing food, and many people now face the threat of not having enough water on a regular basis. A warming and rising ocean. The ocean soaks up most of the heat from global warming. This melts ice sheets and rises sea levels, threatening coastal and island communities. Also, this ocean absorbs carbon dioxide, keeping it from the atmosphere. More carbon dioxide makes the ocean more acidic, which endangers marine life. Also, global climate change makes the species loss. Climate change poses risk to the survival of species on land and in the ocean. These risks increase as temperature climbs, forest fires, extreme weather, and invasive pests and diseases are among many threats. Some species will be able to relocate and survive, but others will not. Global climate change causes hunger to humanity. It causes not enough food. Changes in climate and increase in extreme weather events are among the reasons behind a global rise in hunger and poor nutrition. Fisheries, crops, and livestock may be destroyed or become less productive. Heat stress can diminish water and grasslands for grazing. Also, global climate change risks more lives or more health risks. Changing weather patterns are expanding diseases such as malaria. Extreme weather events increase disease and death and make it difficult for health care systems to keep up. Other risks to health includes increased hunger and poor nutrition in places where people cannot grow or find sufficient food. Poverty and displacement is one of the effects of the global climate change because it increases the factors that put and keep people in poverty. And also, floods may sweep away urban slums, destroying homes and livelihoods. Heat can make it difficult to work in outdoor jobs. Weather-related disaster displace 23 million people a year, leaving many people vulnerable to poverty. Global climate change. So what we can do to it? It's a pretty big problem and it's easy and tempting to simply throw our hands up and say, it's too late. There's nothing we can do now. But it's not true. Even small changes multiplied by many or everyone can make a big difference. And we can make some big changes too with help. So what can we do now? The climate change is changing. The climate is changing. What are you changing? Changes in the way you live your life, both big or small, can help you reduce your own personal carbon footprints and also encourage policy makers to act for the good of the planet. And with these steps, we can help save our home, our earth, our universe, our mother nature, and save climate change. And also, listen here are the references that I used to gathering the data for this presentation. Thank you. And that's all for today's discussion, guys. I hope that you've learned something and take it as a bread for your daily lives. Again, this is Kevin Sano Serato, a freshman student taking a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture at Visayas State University. Till next time, guys. Bye.